All right, guys, welcome back to another market update video. In this one, we will talk about the indices, the current state of the Indian market. We'll also talk about the global markets. We'll touch on what we have discussed till now. And before starting the video, if you are getting any help from these videos, make sure that you like and share because that really helps with the algorithm and it helps with the motivation to keep on making these further. All right. So let's start with Nifty first. We'll start with Nifty 50. All right. So last time when I discussed when I talked about Nifty, I was talking about how strong this area basically looks, right? So I was talking about how strong this area looks, how strong there was a rejection from this here and here, and then what we saw a pullback to this base again, and we started to go up from here on. So if you see, the same area is actually the area of demand right now. That the base has just expanded to form a much bigger and stronger base, because a bigger base is always stronger. So this is your base, which is a much stronger base now, and we have continued to push up from that base uh, still, right? So if you see all these candles from this area, all this expansion candle from the EMA and the demand, they are very strong. So the level for this base is around, just a second. So the level is around 19,300. All right, this is your level for a bullish trend. If this breaks, your trend will shift down for us for some period of time. All right, and obviously on the upper side, it's still all right. So let's say tomorrow, if you see something like a move up here, and then it sharply pulls back to this area, that is not bearish. All right, that is not bearish at all. That is not a failed breakout. A failed breakout will happen only when the move breaks this area of demand, basically breaks 19,300. All right, so pretty simple chart for Nifty here. I hope that people who have been following the analysis for some time, they know that this is where we started, and then we're still making higher bases, which is uh, pretty strong in itself. All right, now in Bank Nifty, there is a bit of damage going on. All right, not exactly, I wouldn't say damage really, but in Bank Nifty, sorry, I talked about this supply right here. All right, and I talked about 45,000, the level of 45,000. If it's broken, it will become a very strong uh, case for a move down towards this level or even this level. All right, why? Because let's just clear this out now. So this was the base. All right, this was the base, and see, after this breakdown, we can clearly spot the supply which led to the breakdown, which is this supply right here. All right, this tiny supply right here, this led to the breakdown, and from that point on, this supply has been stopping Bank Nifty from going up, right? So I clearly mentioned that Bank Nifty is weaker. If it goes up into this supply and starts breaking down, I will short the index. I've been very vocal about it, and now we are seeing some sort of a move down into this area, even though there is not a big fall hasn't happened yet, like we would normally expect. So this is some sign of strength, but we have basically tested the base from where it broke out, and we have also tested a demand zone from which it started to move up. All right, which is basically this area right here. So what is the next view in Bank Nifty? First of all, as usual, we look at the base. So the base which is leading to the down move is somewhere in this area itself. So my main supply for Bank Nifty still remains at 45,100. All right, 45,100 to 45,200 is the main supply in Bank Nifty. If this doesn't break on the upside, I wouldn't take longs in banks yet. All right, until this breaks on the upside, there is no longs for me in Bank Nifty. All right, so this is the view for Bank Nifty, and obviously if it keeps breaking lower, you can obviously continue to short it, but mind you, do not short until uh, it tests out the supply and then comes down. If you short directly on a breakdown, then you might again face a reversal here, because the global markets are quite bullish. So it's quite difficult to get a continuous move on the downside. All right. So make sure that you don't short overnight after a breakdown. If it's happening intraday, then you can obviously go for it. You can catch some points, but do not do it overnight. So let's take the other indices which are actually taking Nifty up. Why is Nifty so strong? Uh, because Nifty is supposed to be because Bank Nifty is supposed to be weak. So Nifty, why is it so strong? So the clear reason is IT. Very clearly, there was a base build up here. All right, we saw a breakout of this supply, which is this breakout. Now see how price flow really works in the Indian markets. All right, so we saw a breakout. We pulled back to this area of demand, which is this red candle, and then we started to build up and break out. You will see there's an hourly base breakout here as well, which led to the multiple which led to a big up move here. All right, so IT is obviously bullish, but now we have moved to this highest supply. So it is left to be seen if it pulls back, which will make the case for a pullback in Nifty, and let's see how it reacts. So do not take longs in IT here, because obviously there is some sort of a supply here as well. IT on the monthly charts is actually quite okay. It's not really doing that bad on the monthly chart, because it has just pulled back to the previous demand. If you give such a big run up over multiple years, then there's bound to be some sort of a pullback back into some sort of a demand zone, and now it's trying to actually go up. So IT stocks might be a good time to pick out some IT stocks on a dip. All right. Now another sector which is taking the index up is Nifty Metal. All right. So what is Nifty Metal doing? Nifty Metal, again, we talked about Nifty Metal. I think we were talking about a dip into this area of demand, and then a move up, and that happened as well. I even bought some metal stocks here, and that is continuing up, right? But Nifty Metal has unfortunately also entered into an area of supply. So this has also entered into an area of supply. Nifty IT has also entered into an area of supply, and Nifty Bank is at demand. So there's an interesting market uh, developing here for the current days, which will definitely be uh, there will be definitely some nice trades to watch out during this time. All right. So let's just quickly look at the global markets as well. Again, guys, if you are here, if you're watching till here, make sure that you subscribe, like, and all that stuff, all that nice algorithm stuff. All right. So Nasdaq clearly bullish. Nothing wrong with Nasdaq yet. There is a base which is built here, which is just above the high of this area. So but the demand is actually coming from the low itself, right? So this is the demand in Nasdaq. Again, comfortably bullish. We have talked about this base. This base has built up in front of our eyes, and nothing wrong with Nasdaq, except for the fact that it is extended now. Same with Dow Jones, extremely bullish. Nothing wrong about Dow Jones as well. But obviously, we are going into this supply which hasn't been broken yet. So let's see if we get another candle, or this time we just consolidate and break out, right? The levels in Dow Jones is again this point, which is around 33,700. All right, until this breaks, there is no reason to be bearish on either of them. So this is it for today's video. We will stop here, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. All right, have a good trading week, and I'll see you guys.